Hi guys, welcome to week 1 for COSC 33530. This is just a really quick video just to run you through what you should be looking at in the first week of this course. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you take a look at the unit overview and assessment. But if we scroll down on the Moodle homepage here, you'll see that you've got the content tiles down here, the 4 content tiles. We're going to start in week 1 by looking at the first one, which is our multi-process application programming topic. And in here you can see you've got your lectures labeled 1 through 6. So in week 1 you're going to be looking at lectures 1 and 2, and lecture 1 is just a really good intro to the unit where you start looking at some of the programming primitives and some of the system calls for forking off and creating your own processes. And then in lecture 2 you start looking at some more advanced stuff with your operating system calls and how to manage some of those that process creation, so getting the process IDs and understanding how you can get a process to do something useful by identifying which process it actually is in the system. This week there's no practical exercise, but there is a self-check exercise. So if you jump in here, you've got a series of exam style questions to go through, and there's some links there that refer to the answers. So the answer reference is there for you to complete. To the right over here, you can see that each lecture has a sample code directory, and in here there's a series of files. These files correspond to the examples that are presented in the lecture. So this is the examples directory for lecture 1. It's got all of your examples, and it even has a nice convenient make file there. So if you download all of those files and just drop them into a directory on Turing and hit make, type make into the command line, it will build all of those examples and you can go through and run them. If you make modifications to the code, remember you've got to remake your solution for those changes to take effect. So have a look at those. In the practical sessions tile there's also a solutions directory for the week 2 practicals. So this week will be a short prac session. So for internal students, there'll be a prac session this week starting at 1 o'clock on Friday in lab number 3. So the upstairs computer lab in the maths computer science building. If you come along, we'll go through the self-check exercise, make sure you have all the appropriate accesses and have a bit of a play around with those examples as well. Also for week 1, make sure you start having a look at the assessment tasks. If we jump in here, you can see that you've got assignment number 1 ready to look at. So you're going to be cracking an AES cipher. So I've given you a partial key, and you've got to go through and work out what the remaining bytes in the key are, and you've got to build a parallel program to do that. So start looking at that, start unboxing my sample code, compiling it, and making sure that it actually works on your system. Or if you're using Turing, which you should be, all of your solutions need to work on Turing, to make sure that your configuration is correct. So have a look at that. Otherwise, keep monitoring the bulletin boards. There's always discussion going on. There's a couple of points up there that I've got to answer this afternoon. If you have any questions, send them through. Otherwise, good luck with your study and good luck with your first week for trimester 2.